How you doing, wrestling fans? Here we are, PA Wrestling's broadcast of the 2020 Pennsylvania State Girls High School Championships. Joined on the mic today, let them introduce themselves. We have the head coach from Delaware Valley University,
Leigh Jaynes.
And we're joined also by
assistant coach of Souderton, Chris Atkinson.
Both of you, thanks for joining us here today. This is our first time here broadcasting. We got 101 pounds coming up. We have Karleigh Steiner of Seagertown, Jayleah Pletz of Governor Mifflin. Pletz comes in with a record of 11-7 wrestling high school varsity for the Governor Mifflin Mustangs. Some past accomplishments this season. She's the first girl ever to place at the BCIA, or also known as the Berks County Championships, in the boys tournament. And her opponent,
Karleigh Steiner, wrestling for Seagertown High School. She's an 11th grader with a 1-6 record in the boys division at 113 pounds. Some notable accomplishments. She's a 2019 boys district qualifier and a 2019 girls state qualifier.
So you got Pletz is in the red ankle bands and Steiner in the green. Quite the production put on here for the Parade of Champions. Beats the boys back in Hershey last night.
I feel like the disco ball adds a nice touch.
It does. It does. It gives it a little ambiance. If they just would turn the lights down a little bit, it'd be a little bit better.
Gettysburg started this 2 years ago. They've really done a really good job at hosting this tournament.
Yeah, truth be told, my first time here, and I'm blown away by the support and the amount of people, amount of girls wrestling. That picture they took this morning on the mat with all the competitors, both through elementary and high school, showed just how much it's growing. So definitely glad to be part of it this year. Glad we were asked to come out by Joe Stablito and the girls wrestling.
Both girls just juggling for position right now. Just a lot of hand fighting. I'm not sure. Does anybody know if any of these girls have matched up earlier in the year?
We don't. That's one thing we might have to start tracking to PA Wrestling, Mike. Is getting the girls wrestling their records.
Yeah, their head-to-head competition. Yeah. Sometimes, they wrestle each other a couple of times during the season, and when it comes down to the finals, they know each other really well, and so now we're just trying to figure out who's going to bring out the best in each other that day, who's going to be the champion that day. I
know Pletz was down, I think 6-0 or 6-2 in the semis to Sammy right now from Boyertown, and was able to work for the pin and knocked her out in a match that she was down early.
Pletz just in on a shot attempt right there. Good down block by Steiner, and she was able to circle out of that front headlock effectively. So Steiner working that head position right there. That can be pretty irritating to an opponent.
Yep.
Okay, score still 0-0 going into the second round.
Pletz defers, and Steiner takes down. So new to the girls wrestling realm, I have to imagine, or I have to assume on my end, that these girls that wrestled the boys season, then coming and wrestling girls, could I assume it's a little bit easier? There we are, a hazard tilt by Steiner, and she's getting some swipes.
Nicely executed.
It was. I'm sorry, by Pletz. Holding 2, and the hold hasn't been broken yet, so we won't get the points award, and there it is.
One of the most impressive things about this match, Karleigh's actually, she wrestles pretty much year-round. She wrestles a lot with clubs. She wrestles off-season and duels. Jayleah is actually kind of a newer girl on the block. We haven't heard too much of her, and she's had a tremendous season with the boys. And here she is. She's having a really good match here against Steiner.
And she goes again with that, loads that tilt up again. She's getting another set of 2 as we got about 1:11 left in the second period.
Naturally, Steiner chose bottom because she was hoping to get an escape and get herself on the board right there. Maybe even seemingly unaware of the effectiveness of that tilt that Pletz has.
Yep. Now she got a reinforced bar. She's going to roll again. Now she's in the same count.
She's very good at that.
She's got a full set. Now she's punching that bar. We'll see if she comes up and runs it from the side now. 38 seconds to go here in the second period, and there's the full set.
Interestingly enough, from a freestyle perspective, she would have been teched already. in folk style, we have to do a lot of work for a little bit of points, which makes it kind of interesting, right?
Yes. Now she's just a hammer on top right now. She's
Yes,
working
she
that
is.
crossface cradle. That tight waist, she's growing all the way on the far side when she reaches through for it.
Now she needs to base back up on bottom. She's got to hold a leg. She has an opportunity now. She just needs to build her base back up.
And that's how in the period 5-0, Pletz scored early and often, getting 2 sets of back.
Still a very, very tight match in a folk style perspective. I mean, a lot can change. 5 points is a takedown and you know, a hold, you know.
Pletz with the bold move of taking top here for the third period. Gonna really look to impose her will. We'll see if she goes back to that reinforced
I mean,
bar.
she rode out the entire second period on top, so, I mean, I think that was probably a comfortable choice. At this point, Steiner would have to escape and then be able to take her down and score back points. And so, which, you know, statistically in the first round hadn't really happened for her, so.
Steiner doing a better job of hand fighting here in the third period, not giving up. As I say that, she does get barred.
She was close at the very end. I mean, she was able to get back to her base. She was able to circle in and grab a leg. So she may have saw like the light at the end of the tunnel. You know, she was gaining some ground there. If she can try to get herself back to that position or back to that angle. But
and Pletz has double bars now, and she's stepping over.
That's a really tough position to get out of.
Yep.
It's not looking that good right now. She's on her back, and it's going to be challenging for her to fight off of it. Not impossible, but definitely a challenge.
She's either reloaded or get both her hips to that far side. 30 seconds going to period here, or match for that matter. And there you have the fall for Pletz. There is your 2020 state champ at 101 pounds, Jayleah Pletz, out of Governor Mifflin High School.
It's kind of a testament to the growth of girls wrestling that an incoming freshman is giving a lot of challenge to some of our seasoned athletes.
Yeah.